When you imagine a prison, luxury probably isn't the first word that comes to mind. But some countries are more focused on rehabilitation than punishment, and their prisons could pass for 5-star hotels. Today we're looking at the most luxurious prisons around the world. Norway has a unique relationship with incarceration. They believe that prisoners should be treated humanely and learn skills to help them reintegrate into society. Torture and inhumane treatment are outlawed, and human rights observers are allowed at all times. The maximum sentence is 30 years, even for a murder. As a result, Norway has one of the lowest recidivism rates in the world. Only 20% of inmates commit another crime in the 5 years after their release. Compare this with the European average of 70% or 75% in the United States. One of the best examples of Norway's humane prison system is Bastøy Prison, located 45 miles south of Oslo. The prison houses 115 inmates and 70 guards. However, all but 5 of the guards leave at night because there is rarely any violence. Bastøy is set on an idyllic island with peaceful woodlands and quaint wooden cottages. Throughout the year, prisoners have access to horseback riding, tennis, fishing, and cross-country skiing. Meals are cooked by a talented chef, and after dinner, prisoners can unwind in a sauna. In fact, prisons in Norway sound a little like country clubs in the rest of the world. If inmates are caught trying to escape, they are sent to a stricter prison. Unsurprisingly, there has only been one escape attempt in recent history. And unbelievably, this prison costs less to operate than traditional high-security prisons. In fact, the Norwegian model of restorative justice leads to lower crime rates and lower overall costs to taxpayers. For the most part, New Zealand follows the Norwegian model of progressive prisons. The Otago Corrections Facility offers 335 bedroom suites that feel like comfortable hotel rooms. New Zealand wants to teach its inmates practical skills so that they can find work once they're free. Inmates have access to classes in engineering, dairy farming, and cooking, among many more options. Although this is considered a middle security prison by Kiwi standards, prisoners still have free rein to move around the facility and the idyllic nearby grasslands. New Zealand's recidivism rate is 25% lower than in the United States, proving their rehabilitation program is effective. Most of Scandinavia follows the Norwegian prison model, and Sweden is no exception. Sollentuna Prison gives every prisoner comfortable beds, colour TVs, a full kitchen, and access to a state-of-the-art gym. Even better, Sollentuna won an award for sustainability. The facility features a green roof, 1,100 square metres of living plants. The green roof naturally regulates the temperature of the building and allows for a healthy micro-ecosystem of plants and pollinators. The building also features a ventilation system that recycles heat from the air and a waste disposal room with storage for 8 categories of waste. In addition, all food waste from the prison kitchen is converted into biogas, 12% of the food offered is organic, and at least 2 meals per week are vegetarian, according to Patrick Snellman, formerly Assistant Governor of Sollentuna. Now, compare this to the United States, where climate control is a huge issue in prisons. In fact, a single heat wave killed 10 prisoners in a facility in Texas in 2011. Back in Sweden, crime rates are so low that the government is actually closing prisons. It turns out treating inmates humanely has good consequences in the long term. Indonesia has some of the most brutal prisons on earth. Its jails are notoriously overcrowded, violent, and susceptible to disasters, like a fire that killed 41 inmates last year. But if you are willing to bribe officials, Indonesia is also home to one of the most lax prisons on earth. Pondok Bamboo Prison is reserved for rich criminals who are willing to pay for nice amenities. Each room has a flat-screen TV, a water heater, a microwave, and air conditioners. Prisoners can let loose on a weekly karaoke night or enjoy a pedicure at the spa and nail salon. The outdoor area is a complex of gardens and sculptures where prisoners can unwind. The prison is home to many people involved in the drug trade, and rehab facilities are available for a price. For $34,000, inmates can pay to have their room remodeled to match their tastes. Unsurprisingly, a local investigative journalist found that Pondok was mostly full of politicians serving time on corruption charges. Although Halden Prison is one of Norway's most high-security facilities, it's meant to simulate life outside of prison. Every cell is equipped with unbarred windows, a fridge, a TV, and designer furniture. Norway strives to create the feeling of equivalence between prisoners and guards, so almost all of the guards are unarmed. Halden is home to a majority of Norway's dangerous criminals, including murderers and sex offenders. Still, there is no barbed wire, snipers, or other prison cliches. Instead, the prison was designed to reduce stress and improve prisoners' mental health. The architects tried to separate the internal buildings to have prisoners walking, to strengthen their bond with the outside world. The hallways are tiled with Moroccan tiles or have large-scale photographs, such as daffodils or Parisian streets. Nature, like live trees and blueberry bushes, is incorporated into the landscape. The prison provides high-quality food, but prisoners can also buy their own food and cook their own meals. Each room has a couch and a video game system. Each prisoner has 12 hours a day where they're allowed to leave their cell. In fact, they are paid the equivalent of $9 a day if they go for a walk outside. The Activities House offers nearly endless opportunities. Inmates can take cooking classes, climb an indoor rock wall, record music in a professional studio, check out books in the library, and fill out questionnaires to better improve their prison life. For incarcerated people with children, being separated from their families can be one of the most traumatic parts of prison. Imagine your children growing up while you are trapped behind bars. Aranjuez prison in Spain aims to solve this problem. Babies are allowed to stay with their parents in a room furnished with toys and other amenities. They can build a bond with their parents even while they are imprisoned. When the child turns 3 and starts building long-term memories, they are removed from the prison to avoid trauma. However, life isn't too bad in Aranjuez. Kids have Disney posters on their walls and access to a playground. Because many of the parents have difficult backgrounds, Aranjuez offers parenting classes and counseling sessions. Inmates claim that these programs help them lead a healthy, normal life once they are released. It's all child-oriented. It's clean, they give you the best milk for the child, the doctors come twice a week, and the rooms are beautiful, says one inmate. Spanish authorities say the family cells have been a success, but acknowledge emotional problems may arise when the child is separated from parents. This distinctive prison in Germany was built with an aesthetically pleasing castle facade. Prisoners get access to spacious bedrooms with natural light. They can kick back in the leisure room and take a shower in the privacy of their own bedroom. Inmates can get in shape in a full recreation centre and do their own laundry with brand new washers and dryers. Although Fullsbüttel is not as luxurious as its Norwegian counterparts, the prison still sounds like a relaxing vacation. In HMP Berwyn in Wales, inmates are allotted 40 hours a week of productive skill building. They have access to practical courses in plastering, bricklaying, horticulture, performing arts, coding, and much more. Virtually all inmates find high-paying jobs once they are released. Inmates also get access to free counselling to help with mental health and general well-being. Outside guests are allowed to schedule a visit if the inmates exhibit good behaviour, and prisoners can order food remotely from the canteen using their smartphones. Well-behaved prisoners also get access to a laptop which they can use for free computer science classes. If prisoners want to get rid of excess energy, they can enjoy a sports hall with a host of intramural sports leagues in addition to a fitness room and outdoor soccer fields. Inmates report feeling relaxed, and Wales's recidivism rates are extremely low. The Justice Center Leoben in Austria looks more like a high-end mall than a prison. It was designed by renowned architect Joseph Johansson to provide ample natural light for all rooms. Inmates can socialize normally and use their private bathrooms or shared kitchens. There are 2 inscriptions on the prison's perimeter. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights, which is taken from the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. And all persons deprived of their liberty shall be treated with humanity and with respect for the inherent dignity of the human person. The prison has an attached court building to make it easier for inmates to attend trials. They can get fresh air on a number of balconies or on one of the 3 beautiful courtyards. Like most of the other prisons on this list, Justice Center Leoben has low recidivism rates and costs taxpayers less overall than high-security prisons.